Hey guys, Chris, the tiny house guy, and today's an exciting day. We're going to be putting this on the truck. So my gantry's all built, it's all been reinforced. Last night I went and reinstalled the solar panels up on the roof. So we have 400 watts of solar up there. A little concerned about the buffeting. Some of the panels, they kind of bow a little bit, and there could be an opportunity for some buffeting in the wind. I will probably put a GoPro up there and drive down the road and see what that looks like. If necessary, I can put some foam to prevent that. So this being the first time I've ever doing this, I'm doing it really safe. I'm basically cranking it up an inch at a time and using some sort of beams that I cut on my sawmill just to support it, just in case something really catastrophic happens. Worst that we'll do is fall an inch or two. So I gotta go get some more beams out of my pile, and we'll keep jacking it up. We gotta get it, right now it's jacked up to, it's gotta go up to here, and it's right here. So that's about another 18 inches roughly. So that's the plan. Let's see what we can do. All right, so it's a few minutes later, and we've got it jacked up on some 6x6 beams. I believe that it is jacked up enough. Needs to go 51 inches, and I think that's probably more than that. So that's nice. Everything seems reasonably good. It wasn't too sketchy. I think the sketchy part comes next when I try and drive the truck under it. So I'll see how that goes. Hey guys, another little update. I have the truck backed underneath it. Nobody died. I have all of my fingers and toes. There are no dents in my truck. I would say this was successful. The only thing I gotta do is lower it down onto it and see how much the bed sags. I already took some measurements before I went in here, and we'll compare them and see how that goes. But so far so good. Cross your fingers. Okay guys, it's Sunday. We got a little update after doing a bunch of work this weekend. So first thing you notice is we got two tie straps that sort of go under the truck. Is actually a pretty structural piece right here, but underneath the tailgate, goes over that, attaches to the frame of the truck. The cool part about this is that if you slam it, the tailgate closes, and it's a pretty tight fit. I don't think I could have planned it any better than that. So fits on there really nice. So those are the back tie downs. The front tie downs are some D-rings and turnbuckles. So there's the D-ring and a turnbuckle, which goes into the standard, there's a hook and it comes stock with the truck. So it's attached there. Notice the gap between the roof rack and this it's a little bigger than probably what I had planned. It's done for a reason. Right now I think it's about 1.75 inches. I have intentionally stuck some boards underneath, some spacers, just to space it up an inch, because I don't know how much the chassis is going to flex compared, the bed part of the chassis and the cab part of the chassis is going to flex when you're going over really bumpy roads. So I have just spaced it up a little bit just to check. We're actually going to go out on the road and do a little bit of shakedown cruise here, just to see how much flex we're getting. I have some bumpy back roads. I'll take it down. Let's go on inside. I don't die on this flimsy Walmart stand. So inside is looking pretty good. This is the only thing that's probably new that you haven't seen is this. So this is a door for the cabinet, but it's more than just a door. So that's my table. I actually invested, the $120 in a fairly nice table setup. So what you can do is I'm gonna sit here and basically this thing swings out. This door is attached with some magnets. So it kind of latches itself in place, but when you take it out, it's got the little spinny thing here. Sorry about the camera work. As I've said many times in this channel, I'm not a videographer, but it goes on there. And so we now have a spinny table. And if I actually brought this up a little bit, it would actually clear the sink. I can, this is adjustable with this little thing. Let me just, can I do it? Yes, I can. So there's that. So now this actually kind of can become extra part of the countertop, or it can swing out here, or I can sit back and eat or work on the computer or whatever. So it's kind of a nice little, and it actually spins. Look at that, 360-degree spin, woohoo. And then, as I said many times in this channel, I'm not a videographer, but it goes on there. And so we now have a spinny table. And if I actually brought this up a little bit, it would actually clear the sink. I can, this is adjustable with this little thing. Let me just, can I do it? Yes, I can. So there's that. So now this actually kind of can become extra part of the countertop, or it can swing out here, or I can sit back and eat or work on the computer or whatever. So it's kind of a nice little, and it actually spins. Look at that, 360-degree spin, woohoo. So anyway, there's that. Put a mattress topper on this weekend. Mattress was a little bit hard, so I stuck a 1.5 inch of foam on there, got some sheets. That's really about it for the inside. So I'm going to put some video. I have a GoPro strapped to the top because I want to see how the solar panels react to high speed driving down the road. And I also want to check the clearance to see how much we've loaded the truck down. And what else? I want to see how much chassis flex we get going down a bumpy ass road. So we're going to put those clips after this, and I'll check it back in later. Alright, so now we're going to check and see how loaded down we are. And to do this, we're going to measure from the center of the wheel up to the wheel well, which in this case, it's about 20 inches in the front. And it's going to be, there's about the center. And so it's a little less, so maybe 1/4 of an inch less, 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch lower in the back. So we got a tiny bit more weight, so it's not quite level. But I don't think it's terrible. So I guess that's good. Okay, so that test was pretty good, I think. We basically drove down a road, got it up to about 55, 60 miles an hour on a back road. Took a right onto it's a road called New Boston Road, which is a snowmobile trail in the winter, and it's just it's a town unmaintained road all the other times, and it's just after mud season, so it's very rutty and bumpy, and so I got pretty good shots of the distance between the roof rack and the camper, kind of up and down, side to side. I think it didn't feel to me like it was a problem at all. I think that probably is not so much flex in these Tacomas. So I think it was overall a success. We'll see if anything shook loose in the back when I get it back. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I think the only thing I can see so far that's been really, I don't think it's an issue, is it seems like the back end is loaded down about 1/4 of an inch lower than the front end. It should be level when it's loaded. So it's maybe got a tiny bit of extra weight back there. But I don't think it's anything I'm willing to do something about, like install an add a leaf or anything like that. So I think probably just going to leave it the way it is and call it good. So I still got a little bit of work, a bunch of little things left to do. I got storage and drawers. I got to hook up the drains for the shower and the sink. I've actually got them installed. They go through the bed, but I got to make a manifold underneath so all the fluid can go into one spot. You know, a drain pan or a hose or something. What else do I have left to do? I got a little bit of some woodworking to cover up some wires that just are kind of ugly right now. I'll do that next week, I guess. But overall, it's pretty good. To be ready for its first outing, I think we're going to be going to Pork Fest up in Lancaster, New Hampshire this year. And I'm probably going to take this with me and live in it for a week, and we'll see what happens. That should be interesting. Anyway, that's I think that's all we got this week. So thanks for watching, and we'll have another update next week. Okay, and here we're back, and looks like everything is in place. Hell, the TV didn't even move. That's pretty impressive. So yeah, I think nothing seems to have shaken loose. I'll take that.